Welcome back to the Big Fat Psychic channel, and we've got lots to tell you today. Okay, so I'm going to start quickly because I can waffle, and it takes up valuable reading time. So I'm going to crack into this one, and it's about the Fortune 100 interview, the part where flattery and criticism go down the same drain.
I've already settled it for myself. So flattery and criticism go down the same drain.
First of all, I want to know, how did Meghan feel during that interview? Please tell me, how did she feel during that interview? I'm going to cut the deck on this one. How did Meghan feel in that interview?
I've already settled it for myself. So flattery and criticism go down the same drain, and I'm quite free.
Well, she definitely came right. So she knew what she was doing, and she'd rehearsed it a few times as well, I believe. She was trying to portray that she's not fiery, that she comes across as a quiet nature, lots of interest in the world and nature and everything else, which is quite funny really when you come to think of that Meg tooth. I do believe she can be quite vindictive and certainly shown herself to be. So so she was sat there, she was and she was playing on the emotions. She knew when to, when to look away from the camera. She knew when to look solemn. She knew when to look bewildered, as was described. And then after that, I tell you what, it was like a release of so much of her emotions, because she can go into a mode just like that. She can go into a mode. Very moody beforehand, acting during, and then probably exploded afterwards as well, self-critiquing herself maybe, that didn't go well, or this hadn't gone well. She certainly knew what she was doing, says the card. Okay, so when Meghan said that she was flattery and whatever else goes down the drain, criticism, sorry, flattery and criticism go down the drain. Okay, so what was that her true feeling, or how does Meghan feel about flattery? Let's go for that one. How does Meghan feel about flattery? Please tell us. One card and be clear. Oh, she just it's like she's making out to people that she's that this attention burdens her, So it's like, I can't cope with them. They're always in my life, intruding, and they're making up stories. Oh, they're inventing stuff. Oh, they're twisting my words, Or they're making, my comments inflammatory, and that is dangerous when you misinterpret me. Well, yeah, Meghan, we can see what's happening right before our very, very eyes. She just said she loves being a martyr. She loves being, I've heard it said before on many a channel and in the news, she is a professional martyr, a professional victim. She's just manipulating the situation, isn't she? She has brought this on herself because she wanted the attention. She's gone about it in a totally wrong way, and at the end of the day, she could have dealt with things differently. And I really do start to feel that she's feeling as if the past is catching up with her, maybe, especially where media is concerned. Okay, she really is. It's a bitter pill to swallow, and she is very, very, very angry, But really, she should just look in the mirror, because she has brought herself to this point in time. And I really do think, I think the days of being a victim now are outnumbered. Okay, it's a countdown. I don't know. If she didn't put herself in our faces so bloody much, it wouldn't matter. But like we've said, she didn't want the quiet life. She wants to get the attention that she wants. She wants the adoration that she wants. If it's a criticism, she doesn't want it, and she'll play the victim. If it's something, challenging her on something, or being a hypocrite on certain matters, she'll play the victim. So, you just can't win with her. Even when she loses this court case and whatever else goes wrong for her, she's the scapegoat. She's the victim. It wasn't her responsibility, because while she's blaming everybody else, she's not taking accountability for herself. So, next one. How did Meghan feel about... there was a story, wasn't there? Reality TV. So how did Meghan feel about the reality TV farce? You know, how did she feel? Was she part of it? Did she, you know, was that more fluff that she put out that way to try and drown out the noise of, you know, the Mail on Sunday? Because I think that's what she's trying to do. There was that many things that came out in the past few days. Honestly, it was painful. Painful. It's actually hurt my ears. It's hurt my ears and my head. Okay? Painful. Anyway, Meghan. Whew. So let's have a look. Did she have an input into this? Let's have a look. Did she have an input into this reality TV thing? Okay. I always close my cards. I always close my eyes when I'm picking a card. It's so that I can't be influenced. So, I'm not sure if you can see these. I know there's been problems before. So, yeah, there's her knowing what she's doing, you know. With a glass of wine in her hand. And there is where she's making out she's the victim, you know. Because she, right, so has a lot of things coming her way. Karma. And, well, this one, with the... This has caused her a lot of difficulties, actually, and she is tempted. She is absolutely ready to sell the Queen's head, you know, practically. But this is, her and Harry are disagreeing. Oh, they are disagreeing. Finally, they're at odds. So yes, and she's just what's she doing? You know, yeah, it was her idea. It was her idea. It's a person who has ideas. It doesn't just have to be a love relationship. Neither. It can actually be partnerships of all kinds. However, this relationship in particular, is fraught with difficulties. Okay, so I'm assuming that is regarding the royalty versus reality. And you know, there's no bloody different to a reality TV than to what she is demonstrating now. I mean, she's never off the TV, you know, especially on the in the press, the media, the YouTube, the videos, the sugars, the Twitters, you know, and it just goes on and on and on. But yeah, so the lack of commitment. Now, I think I've said before, you know, her and Harry are starting to see differences now, okay, and she's finding him difficult, okay, which is funny, that, because it is like he's been in a cult, but, you know, I do feel like he had a hand in there with the sugars. I do feel like he's had a hand in with Paul George. And I mean, who the hell does that to a child? And I do believe they was involved with Malta and, you know, calling in a favour and, you know, and Scurby jumped on it straight away. I mean, who broke the story, you know? It's all coming from their end, and I really am starting to lose much sympathy and empathy with Harry, because I just feel like, you know, he's an extension of her now. We have said before that Meghan has identity issues, and that's another reading. But so does he, because he's just morphing into her, and he's just becoming more bitter and twisted and sick as the days go on. And I'm afraid, guys, you know, this is set to continue. And if you think things can't get any more worse or vile, they do, okay? They do. They're just setting a precedent all the bloody time. Just, you know, going on and on and on. So, yeah, it was her idea. Of course, she won't want you to know that, and she can't share that she was behind it, but she bloody did, absolutely, and it was him as well, and they was both in agreement, absolutely, both in agreement, look, holding hands, talking to each other, you know. Look at him with his ginger hair and her brown locks. Oh, my prince, oh, my princess. You know, let's go upset the rest of the bloody family and turn on everybody who has shown us love. Okay, so that was that one over, wasn't it? So, well, I'm forgetting where the questions are now. So, did she know what she was doing? Yes, she did. How does she feel about it? Oh, she loves being a martyr. And was she involved in this reality TV? Yes, she certainly was. She certainly was, okay? Because I don't feel like the Queen or the Palace is coming back to these two. So I do feel it is a dig, because Meghan has been leaving messages. I said it in the last video, but, you know, Harry was supposed to be checking in and ringing with her, you know. She's actually this is a personal dig at the palace, because they're obviously refusing to deal with her directly. And why wouldn't they? When she goes round filming things, you know, that's a breach of people's privacy. Would you ever have your friends around for dinner and then have them, unbeknown to you, catch them, you know, taking videos of you upstairs? Wouldn't you think that was, you know, wouldn't you think that was strange, actually? Instead of saying, oh, can I have a look at your room, and, you know, oh, you know, or you wait to be invited. I just don't know. I just think it's all bloody wrong, and it's all so premeditated. It's all planned. It's also very organised, you know. She would give the CIA a run for her money. Okay, so how does the Queen, you know, actually feel? How much? Oh, yeah, I think the Queen wants rid of her, but you know, how much is it going to cost? Oh, you know, I've told you, when she gets the money, she'll be fine. She'll kick Harry to the curb. Harry's broken. He's not. He's, you know, she wants a man, a real man. So anyway, how does the Queen feel in regards to Meghan? Does she realise that? What does the Queen feel about Meghan and this royalty versus reality docu-soap? What does she think? I can tell straight away she's not happy. I can tell. You see, she's wanting to. The Queen knows that she's not going to do anything this time. She's going to let it pass, like she has quite often, you know. But do not underestimate the Queen, because if she broke an agreement with Meghan and Harry, can you imagine if they broke the agreement? Then Harry and Meghan would try and sue the bloody Queen. You know, and is that ultimately, that's what it could lead to. It is that sick and that dangerous and that perverse, but that is what it could lead to. So the Queen isn't going to, you know, she's going to do things as advised, as she knows. You know, she's come across quite a lot of Meghans of her time, and I'm sure, you know, she's right when she says, you know, the best response to these two is silence, and it is, because they're just recording everything, you know. But I'm sure that behind the scenes, something could be done about that, because they're trying to bring it off as home videos. Are you for real? Are you for real, Meghan? We all know what you like. We all know, you know. And it's practically, it's tantamount to committing murder in front of millions and then expecting to get away with it. Well, you know, she really, I mean, we are tame at the moment as UK people, and many of the Queen's fans around the world. But I tell you now, we will not take this standing down. We will absolutely cause a furore. We have done, and we will do again. We stuck up for Diana, and Meghan is no Diana. Absolutely no Diana. Meghan is just a two-bit actress. So yeah, the Queen knows how to deal with her. We will deal with her, and she'll never ever get any respect from us. You just don't do that. You don't do it, and you wouldn't do it to your family, would you? I mean, the way that she's treated her in-laws is despicable. And all that woman, her mother-in-law, you know, or grandma-in-law, whatever, all she's ever done is treat her with respect and kindness, you know. So, wow, the Queen's not going to let on, but I'm telling you now, there are things kicking off behind closed doors, and Meghan may feel that she's won this time, but this time is going to be one of the lesser few, because, you know, she's just going to start losing and losing. Oh, will it be interesting when she backtracks next time around Christmas, you know, bigging the Queen up, mentioning her, dropping Charles' name in it. Have you noticed that it's all gone quiet with the Charles Fanthorpe, because she hasn't mentioned him lately, has she? But anyway, okay, so, you know, I just have to ask Paul William, what is William thinking and feeling regarding this home movie business, reality? Do you know, just the latest, the voting? I mean, we've just been, saturated with it, saturated. You know, you see, I think William has tried to be as supportive as he can. He absolutely knows that Meghan is up to no good, and is always trying to, she makes out she's very grounded and stable, but she's the most least stable of us all, to be fair. And yeah, he knows she creates problems, but he's still keeping the way for his brother. Now, why is that, you know? I mean, could we do it? Could we do it? I mean, if I hated my brother's wife, no matter what, I wouldn't let her have the power over finishing mine and my brother's relationship, and so I'm gonna think that that's how he's feeling as well, and maybe he knows something as well, because the next day I want is, how does Harry feel? But so maybe he knows something that we don't, and that's why he is still lending the support and being reassuring. But the other thing is as well is, like, he's trying to work out what's going on with little George. I do see him puzzled, and it's like, it's but he must know that it's Meghan and Harry. But right now I am not seeing any anger from his brother to Harry, and I think there's like, it flew into me head, like a loving message, loving messages. So so William is still trying to make okay with his brother, and I'm really surprised. I'd expected him to be quite angry and cheesed off, but he's like, well, William's probably thinking as well, you can't be absolutely 100% that they was behind it, Presto like to make a meal of things, literally with the Meg Toothgate, shall we call it? Anyway, okay, so now I want to know, how does Harry feel about all this? Okay, so how does Harry feel about all this? How is Harry feeling regarding Meghan's speech and the reality TV? What is he thinking? Okay, blindfolded again. Oof. Right, again, I've been getting this a lot, it's called the moon card, okay? And what it is it's confusion, because you might be looking at the moon, but you're missing that part there. And while you're looking at that part, you're missing something here. You might not have noticed that there are two wolves there, So it's about confusion, and it's asking you to look beneath, because the water is all about emotions, and this is quite deep water, so quite deep emotions. We've got the crab sign. I always think that's a Cancerian. My boy's a Cancerian. Lovely lad. But this Cancerian is like climbing out of the water and trying to get to safe ground, maybe. But I thought crabs lived in the sea, or do they sleep on the side? Not actually sure about crab habitat, but like I said, nothing is ever as it seems with these two, and nothing is as it seems with him neither. So if he's coming across as happy, secure, loving life in California, then he's not. And if he's appearing to be happy and in love with his missus and everything's going well, then it's not. So it doesn't look happy, does he? He doesn't look happy, even though he's trying to make out he's happy. But Harry, you get no sympathy from me. Not at all. You're a nasty son, you're a nasty grandson, and you're a horrible cousin. And, what are you thinking? Really? I'm going to leave your offspring alone. I'm not going to go there, but you as a person, Harry, I found you absolutely repulsive. Repulsive. Do you get me? Repulsive. Anyway, guys, that's the end of this reading, so stay with me again. Well, thank you for staying with me this far. I love it. I love it, don't you guys? I love it. So yeah, thank you for staying with me. Share, like, subscribe, whatever it is, or choose not to. Leave me a comment or don't. And yeah, another video coming very soon. Okay then. And by the way, in the words of Meghan, flattery goes down the same drain as criticism, but feel free to do either. Anyway, guys, thank you very much.